This is your host, Delano, on the FanWire podcast. We are going to be breaking down the matchup for tomorrow. The 2025 season is almost here, but the preseason is pretty much now. So, our Washington Mystics are taking on the Indiana Fever in Indiana. So, we're going into hostile territory, and the game is going to be at 1 p.m. on May the 3rd, which is tomorrow, which is Saturday. So make sure y'all tune in. So actually, you want to tune in tomorrow to the FanWire podcast because tomorrow we will be doing a live watch party and a live reaction to the entire game. So trust me, you want to tune in and hear what we got to say because we will be talking that talk throughout the entire game. All right. So Caitlin Clark is the heir apparent for the league, and Shakira Austin is bringing in the new squad under the new direction of Coach Sidney Johnson. And now we're going to actually start to see these building blocks start to transform the team, and we're going to see how things go. So this is a quick breakdown. The game is going to be played at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That's in Indianapolis, Indiana. Again, that's at 1 p.m. Watch us tomorrow on the FanWire podcast because we're going live throughout the entire game. All right. So last season was a very interesting season. We are without several players that played key roles in those matchups. So we're going to really be able to see what our new rookies are going to do. So we have Sonia Citron, and we also have Kiki Irfin. We were looking forward to seeing what Georgia Amore was going to be doing, but she's out with an injury. So we wish her a good recovery, but we know you're not coming back anytime soon with that ACL injury. All right. So, but additionally, we are going to have another injury as of yesterday. Aaliyah Edwards, our starting power forward, our star, our face of the Washington Mystics franchise, is hurt. She has a back contusion. So we're gonna have to see how it goes. She's definitely gonna not playing tomorrow. She'll be out for at least 2 weeks. They will reevaluate her at that time and see if she's ready to come back. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, this is the end of the injury bug for the Washington Mystics, right? So Indiana Fever currently doesn't have any reports of injured players. So we're going to have to see how it goes. All right. So the previous matchups from last year are as follows. We had a game on, I believe it was September the 19th last year. It was a close game. The Washington Mystics beat the Indiana Fever 92-91, right? Well, actually, that was the last game. Let me jump. Let me rewind. All right. So the first game, Indiana Fever played the Washington Mystics, and the score was 85-83. Indiana got the victory. That was on June the 7th. And at the time, it was an 85-83. It was a victory by Indiana. So that was a close game. Really, all these games were relatively close last year. But again, none of these teams are the exact same. Neither of these teams are the exact same. So the next game, it was a 7-point victory by Indiana. Then the third matchup was a 5-point victory, right? So these were close games, except for the last game of the season. The last game of the season, the Mystics won 92-91. But the reason for that victory was Indiana was on the way to the playoffs. They had secured a playoff berth, and they was wrestling their players. So they got the victory. The Washington Mystics got the victory. So now let's do this. Let's talk about who will be available for this game and the new additions to each team, right? Because we definitely have a tough sled to travel, right? To try to get a victory tomorrow. And there is a new update to the injury list for Indiana. Christy Wallace will not be playing. It's a non-injury related situation. All right, so let's see here. So let's talk about the new additions to the Washington Mystics. So we've already mentioned our new rookies, and we pretty much have a bunch of young players on this team. We're going to see what they do. Of course, the starters I'm projecting will be Sugg Sutton as the point guard, Brittany Sykes running the 2 guard, and Sonia Citron at small forward, with Shakira Austin playing center. And with the injury to Aaliyah Edwards, that would mean Kiki Irfin will get good minutes, and she should start tomorrow. So we'll probably get a very heavy dose of the Rook tomorrow. All right. So that's our projected starting lineup. And, we'll be able to really, really dig deep to see who can make the team. Because with Georgia Amore being out for the season, that is going to open up an additional roster space for either it can be anybody. It can be our later round draft picks with Lucy Olsen and Zay Green. They can be battling it out for one of those last positions. And then we also have other players that came into on training camp contracts, like JoJo Lacey out of Rutgers, and we're going to see what happens. Morgan Jones out of Louisville. It's going to be a battle tomorrow. We're going to see who is the most productive and who can be retained, right? So let's talk about the opponent, the Indiana Fever. So Caitlin Clark, we're going into the Lions Den where they love them some Caitlin Clark. So Caitlin Clark should be starting along with her backcourt mate of Kelsey Mitchell. And they also have added new players. So we definitely know that Aaliyah Boston will be the starting center, while DeWanna Bonner is a new addition, and that's a big pickup. So she probably will be playing small forward, right? And also Natasha Howard will most likely be playing power forward, right? So they have a whole new team, right? So this is going to be, like I said, this is going to be a tough task for the Washington Mystics to pull this one out. But I don't think this game is not really about getting victory. This game is, of course, you want to win. You want to set that precedence, but this is about evaluating the players so that we can plan and make moves for the future, right? So we're going to see how these young players match up against some of the best in the WNBA. Because literally those are 3 all-stars from last season. So DeWanna or DeWanna Bonner, Leah Boston, Caitlin Clark, they really have ramped up this team. I think they're trying to go for a championship, but we'll see what happens, right? But that's another conversation for a later time. But the Washington Mystics, the home squad, we're going to see what y'all do. We have we just want to see how the offense works, how well y'all playing defense, the fight that y'all have, and let's see how we're going to put the pieces together. So Sydney Johnson, at this point, coach, let's see how you got him cooking. Because we are getting reports from the players that they're happy and they like the new direction of the team regarding the culture and the way of play. So let's see how that translates tomorrow in the preseason matchup between the Washington Mystics and the Indiana Fever. All right, so this is your host, Delano, on the FanWire podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, like, do all that good stuff with the video and with the channel. And we'll be right back at you tomorrow with a live watch party and live reaction to the game. Y'all have a good one.